Welcome to the Tuesday edition of Juan's World, and I'm going to take a little break from my videos of the streets of Phnom Penh for just one time here. I'm showing you a little preview of what's going to come on Friday. I did on Sunday morning take an hour's ride out from my apartment to a district called Tolkok, which is a pretty fancy district close to the center of Phnom Penh. And I'll give you snippets of that on Friday. I can't really give you the whole hour, but there are a couple of things that stood out for me, and you can see little snippets of it here. But for today, I'm gonna cook short ribs. So let's get into it. Okay, well, short ribs are pork ribs, but instead of being the whole ribs or some rib roast, which would be really nice, but you can't really get roasts here in Cambodia, you can get ribs cut into short segments. I mean, they're, a few centimeters long, and they make a nice treat. And I'm just going to show you what I did with them. First of all, as just about always in my cooking these days, I start off with a skillet with some leeks. I'm not sure why I've got so many leeks all the time, but I do get onions as well, and garlic and other things within the onion family. But leeks just seem to be a kind of versatile favorite of mine, and they're plentiful in the markets here. So I've always got at least a kilo on hand at all times. So we start with some leeks. We sweat them down and then push them to the side and add the short ribs. Turn up the heat. I've got a little bit of olive oil in the pan, just to make sure that everything slides around. And I'm going to brown off the short ribs, and that's also going to add a little color to the leeks. And then bulgogi sauce, which is a soy-based but thick sauce, rather like hoisin but hot, and it's really spicy, and I like it a lot. And so add that, and if the pork were tender, then it wouldn't take too much to just stir fry and be ready to go. But these ribs were rather tough, so I had to add some water and then poach and poach and poach and poach. I think I ended up poaching for about an hour and a half, maybe even 2 hours. And in the process, the poaching liquid, of course, reduces, so that by the time we're all done at the end of 2 hours, we've got short ribs coated with a bulgogi sauce, and that's ready to serve. And I actually made some noodles to go with it, but rice would probably have been better. But I'm not a big rice eater, not a big noodle eater either, really, but these need some kind of carbohydrate to go with them. So here's short rib bulgogi. And if you like my videos, please tell your friends. Like and subscribe yourself, but also tell your friends. And I'll be back on Friday with my streets of Phnom Penh again, and have a good week.